everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the 4 a.m. podcast.
It's been a while.
Doing ASMR. Anyways, today is Wednesday, September 7th, and what are we talking about?
Well, we never did our album episode.
Ah, yes.
So that is what we're coming back with. Coming back strong.
Coming back strong. The album's been out for a few weeks at this point, and
Almost 3 weeks.
almost 3. Jesus. When did it come out?
The 19th.
19th?
It's been 2 weeks and 5 days.
2 weeks and 5 days.
I only know that because Eduardo from the Mexico label texted me saying, "Congrats on 1 million on Fun Out of It."
Oh, cool.
And he said 2 weeks and 5 days.
Cool.
Yeah.
Eduardo knows what's up.
He does.
Did you fact check that?
Well, I just thought.
Just take his word for it.
I just said.
Don't trust anyone.
It's Wednesday, so it's been 2 weeks and 5 days.
Never trust anyone.
3 weeks would be on Friday. We took a break, though, because of the traveling specifically. Like, we were in Asia. I was in Europe. I think we maybe did it before I went to Europe. I can't remember. I'd have to look. But we were all over the place. So, like, we couldn't bring all of the equipment and stuff to podcast.
Things been nuts, but the album's out. And I think at least for like 7 more days, most of the work is either ahead of us or behind us. So I'm kind of chilling right now.
Just taking it all in.
I don't know. I feel like I expected to feel different than I do.
I didn't expect to feel any particular way.
I don't know. Like I don't know what I really expected, but I just feel like I want to write more than ever. I just want to keep buzzing.
The thing, I have seen a lot of other artists say this. It's like the difference is for the people making the album, it's like we've already been living with this for so long news. That like by the time it's out, it's really exciting to see everyone's reactions to it, and like for them to talk about the songs that we've been like keeping secretive for, like keeping a secret for so long. But like in terms of how you feel, it's like not really anything crazy other than the first couple days where it's just kind of surreal that it's out, and then you're kind of just like, okay, well, like I've already been sitting on this for so long. Yeah, so like I've been just thinking of new stuff and like thinking about the new stuff, and that's pretty much all I've been doing. Like I'm not really like dwelling on the album as much as I thought I would, I think. Yeah. Plus we have like new songs that are already like almost done, like ready to go for like deluxe and after and stuff. Plus I think if you were touring right now, like if you were on tour like right after the album, then it would be like you're seeing people and performing the songs every single night, which isn't out of the question. It's very much in the question.
Very much in the question. We're figuring all that stuff out. That announcement will come in a little bit. Probably if everything goes well. But it's like I don't even know really I don't know what's happening past like December. Yeah, well, we're also getting into that.
It's just, I don't know. It's weird. Everything happens
so quickly.
So quickly or so slowly in this industry that it's like
everything. It's like nothing, and then everything at once every single time.
Usually,
and as much as I'm like, I've said so many times, like, okay, like the next time we go on tour, like I want to announce the shows like far ahead of time, and it's like, okay, like cool, and then it doesn't happen just because it can't happen.
It's like easier said than done. It's a great idea, but everything takes a long time, especially with tours, to get to the point where you can announce them.
Yeah.
But that being said, there is definitely shows coming. I'm not going to say anything else yet.
Yes. Shall see. We'll see. You guys will see as well. But anyways, I just feel kind of like not over it.
It's just...
But...
It's still... I don't know. I think it's still exciting, but like...
Like we already did it.
It's been so long that we've had this music waiting. It's just nice that it's out, honestly.
It is nice that it's out. It's nice to be able to for me at least, like go to the next thing and keep writing. I want to try to have more fun with it this time around, because I feel like at least at the very beginning of the album cycle, like making the album, I was being very like analytical about it, which isn't what you want to do if you are making music. Like I was just stressing constantly, like trying to come up with things, and like I remember Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo came out, and that song, I forget the specifics, but it's like mathematically perfect. Like I forget what it's called. I forget what like law or like constant it is, but it's like just like appealing to your ears just naturally because of the way that it's composed. And I remember I got into that for a little while. I was like, okay, I have to make these perfect songs that, you know, but it's not like that. It's just, you know, whatever you feel. So I've been kind of just like doing stuff by myself a little bit. Just trying to figure out what I want to do, I think.
I also think it's crazy to think it's only been like 2.5 weeks since the album came out, because like think of like Harry Styles or someone like that, like they promote their albums for like literally a year or more or
afterwards.
So. Yeah.
Oh god, that would suck.
No, like, but that's what I'm saying. I think you have to keep in mind, it's like we did so much work to get it to the point where it came out and like all that, but you also need to keep pushing it. It's easy to be like, oh, I want to just move on to the next thing, because like how I said, we've had that music for so long.
Yeah.
But it's also very important to keep in mind, like, you're supposed to actually just be pushing this music for like the next 6 months. So, I mean, obviously tour is a big part of that, and just like choosing different tracks to focus on. The TikTok game these days is very important, of course, which we're working on.
Anyways.
But that's, like, you really actually do need to keep that in mind.
Yeah, I know.
Like, it's literally been 2.5 weeks. Most people promote their album for a year. Okay.
But cool stuff is happening. Fun stuff is happening. We're about to go back to LA. We'll see what happens there. I have a feeling about this LA trip. I have a little feeling. I don't know. Feeling? I have a little feeling about this fall.
What's your feeling?
I just have a feeling. I have a funny feeling.
What kind of funny feeling?
Shall see.
You could elaborate.
I can't at this moment. It's just a feeling.
All right.
Some things are about to get weird. I'll tell you that.
Weird.
Not sure which way, but things are about to get weird. I'm calling it. What day is it?
Interesting.
September 7th, 2022. And things are going to get weird real soon.
Wow. Anyway, why don't we talk a little bit about, we got to catch up with our viewers a bit. Let's talk a little bit about Asia, those trips, and the
I'm really bad at this.
Well, just think about your trip. Think about what was fun, your highlight.
I don't know. It was fun.
Your rose and your thorn, as they would say.
Huh?
It's like the best part and the worst part. It's like usually what people do at like camp.
My rose is... Why don't
you say where you went?
I don't know what my rose is.
And what you did there. And what was your favorite highlight of each place that you went?
Okay, thanks. My rose for Egypt. We went to Egypt first. My rose would have to be... it's hard you don't really understand what a place looks like and what a place... like what it's like to be somewhere until you're there. And that's very obviously when you say it like that, but like I would have never understood what it's like to be in Egypt, what the culture is, until I was there and I was talking to Egyptians. And like our tour guide, she had been doing it for like 20 years, and she was like, what?
I'm just making sure you click record.
Yeah. She'd been doing it for like 20 years, and like she knew everybody and knew everything. Literally, she did not know the answer to one question that we asked. And it's just cool to see something I think that I've never seen before, like because the culture in Egypt is obviously very different from North America, like Canada specifically. Like it's just a different world. I remember driving in from the airport, and I was like, wow, like it's just so different. Like there's people that grew up here, and this is all like this is what they know. But like and they would come to Canada and say the same thing. Like, wow, like this is just it's so strange to see like a different environment, like environmentally, like they're I don't know. It was just weird. It was just kind of
like
a lot
the
to take
desert.
in. Yeah, I
and
know.
We live in the complete opposite of that. So
yeah, I know exactly.
And it was also
just cool to see.
degrees.
Just experiencing a new place was probably my favorite part. My least favorite part was that it was about 3 million degrees
so
everywhere.
Hot.
It was like
I've never been that hot in my whole life.
Yeah, it was like uncomfortably. I've never been outside somewhere and then been on the verge of passing out for the rest of the day. Like,
I've never
air
been
conditioning
like
or not.
You don't even have to be moving. You're just standing there and you're just like sweating buckets. Like your body's just like sweating.
That happens to me all the time.
That's never happened to me before.
But it was like we would come home from going on like a tour, like seeing some stuff. Maybe max it was like 5 hours, right? I would immediately have to like shower and get in bed because I just couldn't stand anymore.
It was crazy.
I really loved the food. The food was really good.
Was good. Seeing the pyramids was like crazy.
Yeah, the
like
pyramids were cool.
Mind blowing to think that people made those, and like no one really knows how. It's hard for your brain to like. It's hard for your brain to like process. Like everyone knows what the pyramids are, but when you go and see them in person, you're like, wow, like they're huge.
I saw this in a textbook once.
What?
Pyramids.
Oh.
You know?
Yeah.
I've seen so many pics, but pics don't compare, bruh.
That's true. Like Lauren, our younger sister, she thinks that she doesn't have to travel places because she can just look on Google Images.
On Google. She's ridiculous.
Come on.
But Egypt was really cool. Philippines is next. That's where we went. My rose in the Philippines. The people, for sure.
They were so nice.
Has to be. Oh my God, Filipinos are the nicest people I've ever met in my life.
So nice and so like affectionate. Like the way they show their emotions is like people in like North America are not like
they're
that
like,
in the same way. They're like too cool for
If they like you, they'll be like outwardly kind, which is really nice.
Yeah.
And even Canada, which is meant to like be the nicest people, whatever.
Not.
It's just culturally different. Like the culture in the Philippines is like Zach Tabudlo, for example, like he's my dog, and you know we met there. We knew each other for a couple of days, became friends pretty quickly, which happens sometimes from time to time. Mm-hmm. He's a great dude, and like the third time I ever chilled with him, he like invited me into his place, and like he like paid for my tattoos, and he's just like so generous.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel like if you like went up. If you were on the street and you said like, "Hey, can I use your phone?
Mm-hmm.
I lost my phone." Like 10 people would come everywhere and be like, "You can use mine. It's okay."
They're
like,
very genuine.
Yeah, like I have like 60 seconds of data left, but you can use the rest of it. Like that's what it
Everyone we
like.
met, like literally every single person we met was so nice. Like the Universal team, the fans, like literally everyone was so nice.
What was your thorn? Cool. I know what my thorn was for the Philippines.
My thorn?
I just wish that we could have seen more. Like I wish like the most that we ever saw was like on the drive to different places.
We didn't get to see that much. Hopefully the next time we go we will be able to see more. But it was like a really worthwhile trip. Like we got so much done. There were so many good opportunities and stuff, and like
it was all promo though. Like Egypt, we were taking it easy.
It was like that was a vacation.
That was like an extension of the trip
for work.
The Philippines and Indonesia, we were working every day,
which is fine. But
yeah, it was a lot though. Like it was a lot near the end. I was like, okay.
I thought it would be more intense. Like I didn't think it was that bad. Oh my God, the thorn for the whole trip, rose for the whole trip. What my rose was, I don't know. I think it was just fun. It's cool to see new places. My thorn, good Lord, I would wake up at 4. One time I woke up at 2 a.m. when we were in. The jet lag is a bit tricky.
I woke up at 2 a.m. in the Philippines, and I was awake for the rest of the day. Like I probably fell asleep at like 8:30. But I woke up at 2 a.m. and the jet lag was ridiculous. Like no matter what I did, it doesn't matter if I went to bed at 11:30 or 9:30. I would wake up like clockwork at like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
And for the life of me, I could
hard.
not get back to bed.
That was probably the hardest part.
Yeah. So I just didn't sleep well for basically the whole time that we were there, like a few weeks straight. Yeah. And when I don't sleep well, can I say that about my little screaming thing in my brain?
Maybe not.
When I don't sleep well, for consistently for a while, my mind plays tricks on itself.
Which is normal. Happens to most people.
Yeah.
But overall, it was a great trip. The shows were really fun. The mall show in the Philippines was great. Crazy, probably the craziest reaction crowd we've ever seen ever. Like
I spilled it.
And it was like the least expected, I would say.
Ooh, that's sour. Oh yeah, that was nuts.
And then
I walked into that mall fully like, because also I was with Zach, who's the biggest artist in the Philippines. I was like, oh Jesus, nobody's gonna know who I am.
Complete opposite.
Yeah, but people were so kind. They were so nice.
We have a video. I think Universal Philippines is posting it on their YouTube channel, but it was like a recap video, and like literally you could hardly hear you singing because they were screaming so loud. It was crazy.
It was cool though.
It was really cool. And then the New Hope Club show with boys in Jakarta was
also
really
very cool.
It's great to meet. Well, you've met them before, but like connect with them a bit more.
I don't think we left the hotel in Jakarta.
Well, you didn't come with us. We went to a volcano.
That was the day after I left.
We were only there for like 4 days.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we left places.
Went to the mall a couple times.
In Jakarta?
Yeah.
Did I?
I think so.
Where?
There was like a giant mall across the street.
I don't think I went.
Yeah, you did. You definitely came at least once.
When?
I don't know. I remember you coming.
No, I only went to Filipino malls.
I don't know. But yeah, it was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Portion of the trip.
It was cool. It was fun. It was a good trip. I don't like being away from home for that long, to be honest.
Like a couple weeks.
I know, but I kind of want my bed. I like yearn for my bed after a while.
I feel like for me, I do more at the beginning, and then I eventually just like move. Like I get used to it.
Opposite, which is not what you want. I wish I was just homesick straight away, and then I was fine.
I'm not even homesick. It's just like it takes me like a while. Like, but also I was gone for 2 more weeks before you were.
Yeah.
So at that point, I was like, okay, I'm just like feel like living out of a suitcase is just my life now, which I kind of hate. But
it's also like if I knew that I was going away for like 8 weeks, for example, like if I was gone for 2 months, I'm sure I would be fine for like a month and a half, and then the last 2 weeks I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to get home. Yeah. It's all relative to what you mentally prepare yourself for, which is something I've learned. Because you can do a lot more. If I'm in Asia and Egypt for 3 weeks, and I knew that it was 3 weeks, you know, like that's all I've prepared myself for. But we lived in LA for 1.5 years, and
it's different. That was like a full move.
Yeah, I know, and it sucked for like.
That's like, not, you can't compare that to traveling where you're in a hotel and
no, but I'm saying like, I have always thought like, oh man, like I can't handle being away from like Toronto for more than like a month and a bit. Like I start to lose my mind, which is partly true, but that's when I've prepared myself for a month and a bit of
You're
traveling.
soft.
Shut up. I was in grade 6. You were I was in grade 12. What are you
talking? I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, I know. She's always when we talk about like moving away, whatever, for like when we moved to LA all those years ago. Darian's like, I was in the middle of grade 12.
Middle of grade 11.
Middle of grade 11. I didn't even have a grade 11 or 12. Okay.
You know,
all my
Trust
friends
me,
left too.
It's a lot harder to move
And all
somewhere
my
when you're
dogs-
in the middle of grade 11 than when you're in grade 6.
I was in grade 6. I literally
trust
lost
me.
contact. I was in grade 6, bro.
Yeah, but
I lost contact with anybody that I had ever
that's
known.
unfortunate, but when you're in grade 6, it's like very easy to just like, you know, you're young. All the kids are young. You make some new friends.
Okay.
You're all in like a little
Okay.
school, whatever. Not the same. We asked you guys to ask some questions about the album. Now we're going to answer them. Oh, God. Inspiration behind having each song transition into the next. Do you have an inspiration?
No, I just wanted it.
But like...
Probably Billy, I think, was... But
Billy,
she did it in a bit of a different way.
But also like The Weeknd, I think you were talking about.
I don't know. I don't know exactly where the idea came from. I just wanted it to all flow
Just
nicely.
like classic albums that have done that in the past. What was the most fun song to record?
Definitely not Leave the Light On. Probably You're Just Drunk.
Yeah.
Because we were all like so fired
We were
up when we
vibing.
wrote that. We were vibing.
And you were like was that the one you were experimenting how to like say things?
Yeah. Oh, I haven't talked about that. Anyways, on this album, I tried to modify my vowels. Not really my voice per se, but like my vowels. I would say things really weird or like super nasally, as like a lead vocal, just to give it a bit of a different sound, like across a verse. Because, you know, like if I'm speaking in conversation, I'm going to get louder and then I'm going to get quieter. And then, like, you know, you're like going, if I need to get a point across. But you don't do that in a song unless you have a big brain.
You were also doing it with like the actual pronunciation. I remember specifically when you were like, 10 missed calls, however you said it. Like you recorded that line a bunch of times. Yeah. So you're trying to make it sound like different
10
things.
missed calls.
No, you didn't want that. You were trying to make it sound like unique. 10 missed calls, not my fault.
It was this one as well. Anna, ease my mind, please don't lie. Anna, you're in the city.
Yeah, listen to the calls line.
Italian.
10 missed
calls, not my fault.
But I remember when you were doing it, like you did it like very. You did it.
But we know it's only yeses.
You did it more dramatically on. You were just trying to find a good balance.
This. Do you hear that afterwards?
Yeah.
So you know what that is?
Yeah.
Basically, huh?
I do know what it is.
What is it?
It was like a, what's it called? I remember it's what you did when you got them to send you the stems.
So I got them to send me the stems before we sent it to
like a decay thing or something?
mixing. Yeah, basically it's very good.
Thanks.
It's the decay from a reverb. And I just like cut out the clip in Pro Tools and then turned it up like 8 decibels, like literally the least professional way to do that.
What was it like working with Alexander 23 for every what's it called? Everything I Hate About You.
It was cool. Alexander is a great dude. Holden was also there.
Del Watergap.
Is that a known thing that that's the same person?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's not a secret.
I don't want to give out anybody's secret. I know of a couple.
It says Del Watergap on your thing.
I know of a couple secret artists, and I know their real identities.
True. Gus was like freaking out that
it was Del
you
Watergap?
worked with Del Watergap.
Really?
He loves him.
Cool. Gus texted me last night. Did you see what he posted on my Snap story?
He posted it?
Yeah.
Was it the photo of his butt?
Yeah.
Well, it was his arm.
Yeah, obviously. But
I didn't know he posted on yours.
Yeah.
Wait, how does he have access?
Oh, I think he deleted it.
Was it an accident?
No.
Oh, he did it on purpose. Buffoon. Anyways, I saw it on his Instagram story because he also posted that on his.
Oh, Alexander was really cool. It was a great experience. Great dude. He's also an artist, so it's like cool for me. Like artists have a different vibe when they're in the studio and like acting as an engineer. Like when I'm recording my friends, it's different than like an engineer. Like it's more of a I feel like it's more of a vibe. Unless you're like really cool with the engineer, like Phil for example, he's always a vibe. But it's cool. I like being recorded. That's why I love Rent so much, I think.
Rent?
Yeah, like he's just so fun to record with because he just gets it.
He's just like
and he's just a great dude.
Jokes guy.
He's a jokes guy. But Alexander he's super cool. So is Delwater Gap.
Swag. When are we getting the deluxe? You just got the album.
Just as soon after I flex.
You just got the album. Like literally 2 weeks and 5 days ago. So maybe you gotta wait a bit longer.
Yeah. Yep. Just a little bit longer. Won't be long now.
Favorite memory during the process?
Favorite memory ever?
No.
This one time.
Making the album.
I got a snow cone. And it was just the perfect consistency. Just the right amount of flavor, and the flavor lasted all the way through. You know how it sometimes just like you're just eating ice?
No.
And that's not my vibe. I'm not an ice eater. But this one particular snow cone, the flavors trickled down just right. And
can you stop?
It made for a long-lasting, smooth flavor. What was the question?
You talk too much.
What was the question?
I don't even remember. Oh, favorite memory.
Secrets don't make friends. Oh, the coping session. You weren't there.
Douche.
No, that was a fun session. I actually wish you were there because it was the chillest session I've ever done.
Mm-hmm.
We were just like, I don't know, we were just like booling, just vibing, and we made that song, and it was really cool. And it was like, you know, like you get a session every once in a while where it's just like, oh, like let's try this, and let's try this, and let's try this, and it was just like working, like things were just working. It just felt good.
That's always nice.
Yeah. Too bad you weren't there.
Rude.
It was your choice.
I was busy.
Mm-hmm. I know the real reason.
I was busy.
Uh-huh.
Everyone wants to know, like both of our favorite songs on the album. I don't really have one.
I don't even know anymore. I've listened to them all so many times. Probably All the Things, or Coping, or You're Just Drunk, or Goodbye for Now.
I like Goodbye for Now because it's the only ones I didn't listen to a million times. Mm-hmm. Because you wrote it pretty late.
But like, You're Just Drunk I still like, and I've heard that song so many times.
Yeah, I don't know. I like personally don't really like to listen to the songs that I've made, like that I've written, like for fun. So I think You're Just Drunk was a good one.
I like listening to them until like the initial thing wears off.
Also, like we listen to so many. You kind of like make a song and then you listen to it for a bunch of like constantly, and then you write another one and then you do the same thing with the next one. So we kind of did that for all the songs at a period of time, you know. So like now I don't really know if I have a favorite one. I kind of like them all. Somebody said, "Is the album performing as you expected?"
I didn't really know what to expect, to be honest, but it's doing well and people are really loving it. Like, obviously, I would have wanted it to go, like, platinum first week, but that's not really a reality.
No.
But, yeah, it's doing well. I'm happy.
Yeah, and I think when you, like, we don't live in the album, like, economy anymore. Like, we live in a singles economy. It's like, if you want your music to perform the best, you release it as singles, which is why, like, I saw some people's tweets about, like, half the album's going to be out by the time you release it.
Yeah.
Which, like, we put out the last two songs. They weren't official singles. It was just, like, we put them out, you know, on their own. But, like, if you don't do that now, like, unless you're, like, Harry Styles, you, like, have to do that. So like if we wanted his album to perform as best as possible, we would have literally put it out one by one.
Yeah.
Which is what like that kind of thing.
And that album of theirs blew them up.
Yeah.
The 8 letters, that was the one that they...
No, they didn't. Well, technically I guess that is like, it was only 8 songs. It's hardly an album. I think when they put the album out, there was like 3 new songs or something the day that it came out, or 2 new songs. But yeah, like that's what you do if you're like, I want to get the most amount of streams, blah, 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 is like you just put it out as singles. But there's also different benefits to putting out an album. It's like more for your core fans. It's for like the creative elements of it, like making it a whole cohesive story, and like, you know, it's like more for the whole era stuff. Yeah,
it's and it's for, at least for me, it served as like I think for myself it was like I can do this thing, and I think for everybody else, like for not like fans but like people in the industry, it was like, check this out, I just did this.
It's like, this is who I am.
This is who
artist.
I am, and you know, this is what I can do, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
We're still struggling somewhat with legitimacy issues.
True.
But those really never end, you know?
Literally every artist is like proving themselves constantly to people, because people think that they need so much, or like, you know, they have such high expectations of like artists,
ridiculous standards.
Like it's like Justin Bieber is still proving himself, and he's been the like, number 1 artist for like 10 years. Like, give a guy a break. Like, he still hasn't won a Grammy on his own. Yeah, and then like there will be like a really good performance video. People are like, "Oh my God, he can sing!" Like, I told you he can sing. Like we told you 15 years ago. I think Justin Bieber can sing. You know. Definitely.
Like, there's videos of him singing a cappella on YouTube when he was 8 years old or however old he was, and it was like, it's like the best vocals I've ever heard from a child.
Yeah, literally, like. And also, like, when he was at the talent show, like, just, like, his natural performing, like, talent. Yeah. His, like, ability to get up there and, like, hold a crowd's, like, attention. Born to be a performer, that guy.
Indeed.
I'm really sad that he canceled his tour.
Yeah, poor guy. I hope he's all right.
Last question. Please explain the trilogy of the music videos.
I think it was just fun.
What?
Oh, like that. Okay.
A lot of people are like, I don't get how they connect. So why don't you do like a little quick Cole's Notes?
Cole's Notes. Blues Clues.
Blues Clues.
Basically, it starts off in the trilogy with Fun Out of It. Fun Out of It is the first video. Excuse my mush mouth. Fun Out of It is the first video. It's like before the apocalypse. The apocalypse is just a metaphor for a breakup or whatever it is, you not being with that person anymore. Fun Out of It is the first video, and you know, like, everything's just gravy. We're at a party, there's alien things, and it seems all futuristic. Everything is great. Technology is at an all-time high. Society seems like it's moving forward that direction. Yes. And then I sense something's wrong. Spidey senses. My hairs stand up on my arms. I go outside at the end of the video, and it's unclear as to whether or not something happened at this party, or if this is just when it happened, or what it is. But by the end of the video, by the end of the party, things just kind of get darker and darker, and you know, the bridge comes, and we have those weird flashing lights, and then boom, end of the video. I hear something, I look back, and then I'm transported outside, where I see these fireballs in the sky, big Asteroids. Balls, big balls of rock, huge balls, and I'm like, oh my God! And it's gone down. The event has happened. It's gone down. We transport to Someone Will Love You Better, circa a couple months later, presumably a couple weeks later, maybe days. Who knows?
Maybe like right. I would say a couple days, because it's supposed to be like you are in like a...
Like, I think the lava's cooled now.
You're like in like, not like a bomb.
But I'm still figuring it out, right? There's abandoned cars still, and they're not overgrown. It's like that, you know?
It's like, it just recently happened, and you're like, That's why when he's looking out the windows, he can see the same fire asteroids like exploding. It's probably like the next day, couple days.
True.
And he's like in like a, what's it called, like a bomb shelter kind of thing, like, or where that bedroom is. Like that's like his little safe haven. That was just your room.
I think that's just my room. My house presumably gets destroyed. I end up outside, and I scream into some snow for a little bit, and this is like yeah. It reminds me of like first 48 hours.
Yeah.
Like.
And he's the only one left.
If you guys have ever experienced a breakup, like first 48 hours, cloud over your head, can barely open your eyes.
The world is crumbling.
The real world is crumbling, or at least it feels that way. Then Blur happens. I'm booling. You know, it's been presumably a couple weeks.
The snow has turned to green trees.
Yeah, the snow has turned to green trees, which represents friggin' healing, getting better, road to recovery, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then I found my dogs at the end of the video.
The butterflies led him.
The butterflies led me to the dogs, which means you have to follow your heart. There's always dogs out there that will support you.
Not real dogs.
Figurative dogs. DAWGs.
Yeah.
But one of my buddies went through a breakup recently, and he's in the Blur stage.
Did you send him Someone Will Love You Better?
I got him a donut when it happened.
Should have wrote on the donut, Someone Will Love You Better.
But that's not how it went.
That'd be
down
a good
for
TikTok.
Him. Oh my god. It is.
Yeah, that'd be a great TikTok.
That, like, my dogs just broke up with his
girlfriend, and then you deliver him a donut and you write Someone Will Love You Better on it, and then you give it to him.
I should give him like the QR code for my song.
No, you should
Happy streaming.
Why don't we make him a cake? We'll make him a cake and then write Someone Will Love You Better on it, and then bring it to his house. It'd be a great TikTok.
Okay.
Is he home?
No.
Damn.
He's at university. He'd probably be like, "What the hell?" He'd be like, "Man, it was like a month ago. I'm better now."
Just be like, go with it. It's just for the video.
Yeah. Anywho, but yeah, that's the trilogy. Blur represents new beginnings. That song is just like kind of getting up off your ass, anyways. It's like things you're on the upside.
It's like when the caterpillar comes out of its cocoon. You know? And turns into a butterfly.
I don't think it's called a cocoon, is it?
Yeah, it's called a cocoon.
Is it? I thought it was something else.
Nope, it's like a cocoon.
What's the other word for it?
Cocoon.
No.
I don't know. Maybe there's a scientific word.
Yeah, it's like more sciencey.
Metamorphosis.
Cocoon.
Cocoon.
Cocoon. Cocoon butterfly. Search the web.
Okay.
Search the web for cocoon butterfly.
Let's just pretend that we know. I swear it's just a cocoon.
What the frig is that word? It's right on the tip
I don't even know what you're talking about. Also called a chrysalis.
That's what it was. Chrysalis.
Anywho.
Chrysalis.
That's what the trilogy.
I'm gonna name my kid Chrysalis because I can't name my kid Chlamydia because that's an STD. But I've always thought it would be a pretty name.
No.
So Chrysalis.
What is wrong with you? Anyways, that's the story of the trilogy, and that is a little insight into the album.
Yeah.
Go listen to it. Go make some TikToks to the sounds. Make some Till I Met You crazy TikToks of all the crazy things that people have done.
Yeah. Think of the most nuts person in your life and expose their business for the sake of the furtherment.
Let's get it trending.
Of my career. Please. All right.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the album. Excuse me. More.
We'll see you in 2 Fridays.
We'll see you in... Why?
We do it bi-weekly.
Okay. We'll see you in 2 Fridays.
Or maybe we'll see you next Friday. Never know.
Never know. We'll see. But we'll see you on a Friday soon. And
see you on a Friday.
See you next Friday. That's an acronym for a bad word.
What?
Never mind. You guys know what I'm talking about.
I don't. Bye.
It's because you're thick in the brain. Okay, let's just end this. Okay, bye, guys. Thanks for everything.